Hey everybody, Matt here with Collect Random. Today I wanted to do some comparison videos between scrappers, fakes, and the real version. One here we have is of a Tsum Tsum. You can already see one of the examples of an easy way to see a fake or a scrapper, whatever you want to call it. It looks like a soft enamel. See the shine like that? The back, let me take the backing off. The Mickey heads on the back don't run off the border very nice, or at all actually. It's less shiny compared to the real version. You can tell the colors are off right away. It's got a nice tan in the fake one. You can see the soft enamel look to it compared to this clean, filled on the back. More the sticker stuff on it, but on the back you can see the nubs look normal. The Mickey heads fall right off. Notice that the post has a different post than the real one. Let's look at some comparisons of other Tsum Tsums. I have this one here versus this one here. The front doesn't look soft enamel like the other one does. It could almost trick you just by looking at the front, but when we look at the back, you should be able to tell pretty easily. First of all, the color difference, it looks quite baked on the fake version. If you can see that that's this one here versus the real version here. The Mickey lines run off perfectly on this version. Not so well on this version. And you can tell that it's got some bubbles on it. It was a rush job. They didn't really care. This might be more of a scrapper than a fake, so it's just a turn down from Disney, but the factory sold it anyways. We don't recommend buying grab bags on eBay. You know, if you can get it for 40 cents, it's not going to be real. We have grab bags ourselves on eBay, but they're $2 a pin. That's how you know you're going to get something real. There's other grab bags as well. Let's look at some other options as well. You have the Star Wars mystery pack. The colors are off on it already, you can tell. White versus gray. Now Disney made 1 million of these, so the color could be off anyways, no matter what. But let's take the backs off and look at the back. Right away you can see the real one is nice and clean. Shiny. Has the printed FAC. See if I can get that with the shadowing. Printed FAC number. This one has the embossed. Now that's just a different version. They made 1 million of them, let's say, even more. Not all of them had the printed FAC, so that's not a tell right away, but the backing is horribly done. Hopefully you can catch it in the video. It's not coming off right there. It's not always a sign on all pins. It's not a rule, but it is with these at least, that the Mickey head should come off the border like the real one is. Comes right off, perfect. Nice and shiny, just looks brand new. That's because it is brand new. I just opened mystery packs yesterday. We'll post those videos soon as well. Another version of the Star Wars pack. A real versus a scrapper. Colors are just a little off. You can try to tell which one's real and fake just by the front, but these, it's easiest with the back. If I can get it off, there we go. Nice and clean. Printed FAC number. Mickey heads coming right off. Scrapper version. Mickey heads not so well done. Very dirty looking. You can definitely tell the version between the two. once you look at the back. Now the front is a different story. You could be tricked quite easily just looking at them on lanyards and wanting to trade for them. We'll take a look at some other options here. Let's do these two here. Could be difficult to tell from the front. Everything looks quite the same, but as soon as you go towards the back, it gets easier to tell. The newer versions have these printed FAC, which is nice. Not all of them have that, so that's not a rule in itself. But you can see how the Mickey heads come right off, clear off the border. Looks nice and clean, nice and shiny. We just opened these packs yesterday, that's why. But the scrapper version, the Mickey heads are horrible. They stopped, they like slammed it. Not coming off the edges, even around the circle. You can tell right away. The nubs themselves are both off compared to the same size on these. Now, I didn't have an exact copy of the Scar here, but Scrapper versus Real, same set. Can't really tell from the front. Normally these have like a soft enamel look. You can tell his tooth here, if you look very close, it's indented like a soft enamel. But the back is very unclean. Here you have the back of a real one, nice and shiny. The nubs look normal, nice spacing. The Scrapper version, not so much. But the big tell is the Mickey heads again. Come off the border perfectly on the real version. The Scrapper version, not so much. It's hard to tell in the video, but it's also thicker. You can hardly see the lines here. Are much thicker on the border than the regular version. Same goes for this set. I didn't have the exact version, but you can tell right away that it's hurt on the side here. Nice and clean edges on this side. Very tore up. Scrapper version, the factory just didn't care. The back is where you see it though. Nice and clean on the real version. Mickey borders coming right off. Not so much on the fake version. The nubs almost look the same, except this one has a nice space between them. These are quite close. But as you can see, it's just very rough work around the edges here. These are nice and clean. Very hard to see in the front if you're not looking closely. Don't be discouraged. It takes years, I feel like, to learn the difference between scrapper, fakes, and real. You're going to trade for scrappers in the parks on lanyards. I would say 80-90% of the cast that have lanyards are going to have scrappers or fakes on them. You know, if you like something and you're going to keep it and not try to sell it, then I say trade for whatever you like. Just as long as you're happy, your kid's happy, you know. We don't condone selling it though. Don't knowingly sell a scrapper to somebody. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm going to do more videos like this. I'm going to try to get some matching scrappers and fakes. We get plenty of scrappers in our pin lots that we buy. So we'll start keeping them to the side and doing more videos and trying to explain the differences and hopefully educate. Thanks for watching.